everybody. I'm Kelly Ellers,
I'm Jeffrey Lennon.
and this is Volume Up by the Teas. Jeff, you've been out and about.
Out
Do
in the
tell.
field.
In the
Went to
fields.
steamy Minneapolis for a B.A.A.B.S
Steamy.
Congress. It was very humid. There
Ugh.
were like summer thunderstorms. It was a nice departure. Obviously, I'm in California. I never shut up about it. And we don't have weather, like everybody likes
We
to
don't have
say.
one there. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it was nice. It was nice. It was a interesting departure for me. I had never really been. So I'd been to Minneapolis before, a
Okay.
gem of a city. Had not really ever been downtown. So
Mm-hmm.
there's that. And Nevada Congress was at the Minneapolis Convention Center, as one
Oh,
would
big.
imagine.
Yeah.
There were like 2,000 people there
Wow.
in attendance. It was really, really, really big. The theme of the Congress, this Congress, was Seed a Revolution.
Mm.
And so it was really much like a very much a return to the pro, which is, I think,
Thank
revolutionary.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
There were many acknowledgments that the company over the past few years have sort of like moved towards the consumer.
Wow.
And that, yeah, they were coming on back. So it was very much in that spirit. Really, really impressive lineup of hair artists. So, I mean, they were able to pull in Alan Ruiz and Luis Gonzalez to open Congress, which was
Wow.
incredible. Then it was Jawara, which I mean, like,
Come on. Right?
And then they had B. Carmichael, then Charlie Lamindu with his hair suits, which we've obviously covered on the teas.
Yeah.
And I got to interview all of them, which was such a treat because you don't always get to do it in person, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I mean, Antoinette Binder's just absolutely smashing it. Had the evening performance, closing Congress, that first day, and it was four different segments, just like each more mind-blowing than the next.
Yeah.
There's robotic dogs in the mix. If you go to our socials, you
Eek.
can
I did see
see
that.
it was crazy. And it was like a good 20 minutes of like actual hair presentation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was doing all sorts of like instruction and other things, but like when you really broke it down, you got to really sit with those segments, which was such a treat to like see it coming at you. So yeah, I mean, I just like such a thrill to have been at Veda
I love
Congress.
that. I'm so glad for you. And the coverage was incredible. So congrats. It looked wild and crazy and creative and all of the that Aveda is, right?
Exactly. No, I mean, it was such like a triumph of artistry. And it was just such a nice experience to be around people at the top of their craft, like really just knocking out insane looks. Yeah. So yeah, what a treat.
And I think we need to have Shane Wolf, their president,
Hmm.
uh,
Former
former
Volume Up podcast
podcast.
guest.
Yeah, we need to have him back because that dude's pretty cool. I'm going to send him this clip just to
Uh-huh.
entice him.
Let's make it happen. Yeah.
All right, Jeff, should we get into our celeb photos of the week?
Let's do it. You
All
all know
right.
the rules. We've not seen these, so go to our socials to see the pictures that we're referring
Mhm.
to. And yeah, we're gonna just dive into it. Who do we got first?
All right, we've got Regina King first, and let's just open up this little gem. Oh, and she's on Good Morning America, and she's
Hmm.
got the most beautiful braids. I mean, it is stunning. We've got some incredible braids. Jennifer Lord at Natural Hollywood is the stylist. And Jeff, how would you explain this? I mean, it's stunning.
I mean, you are, yeah. I'm sort of taken aback because I hadn't seen
Yeah,
this.
same.
The braids are sort of fashioned into like a kiss curl
Yeah.
pattern. Like this is, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a different take on braids.
Mhm.
It's just so pretty. I'm really just like, oh, this is such a little moment that we're having.
I mean, you've got the side part with the braids
Uh-huh.
pulling to the side instead of a side swept braid, and then some beautiful how it comes together in the back. I
Yeah,
don't even
it's
know. This is
tucked up
unreal.
almost like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I yeah, I were for once
Yeah.
speechless,
Woof.
in a good way, not
Yeah.
because it's bad. This is like a 10. I'm so impressed by this. Like
Same.
I really, really love this look.
10
Okay,
for me too.
Jennifer.
Jennifer,
Damn.
get you over on the
Is this the
pod.
first?
Like this is awesome.
All right. Next we've got Kiki Palm.
Oh,
No, I
don't
won't
do
do
it.
it. No, I won't do it. I
Don't
won't
do
do it.
it.
I won't do it.
You're gonna do it.
No, no,
I
no,
know
I
you
won't.
are.
I won't. No, I was going to.
You know what it is. It's remember that episode where Jeff goes, "Is it your girl?" No, is that what it is?
That was like British almost. Yes, that yeah. It's our girl
Anyway,
Kiki.
yeah.
So
Her girl.
this is the picture that got people talking. So she
Yeah.
underwent a big ass chop.
Yep.
We are rocking a copper pixie. I love this look. This is
Love.
so dope. Very 90s in a
Oh,
very exciting way. Um, yeah, no, this is, I mean, how else do you describe it? I mean, I think what really sets it off is that she's lightened her brows to
yes. Which
complement
we know
the
you
cop.
like.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, I could, if they weren't there at all, I'd be more thrilled.
Why?
I love a bleach brow. But I like that she's doing that. Like she's really committing to the
Yeah.
look. And we've
It's
talked about this. Copper color fucking works for everybody, but she looks so good.
oh stunning. I don't mean this like she looks so good, stunning. I didn't recognize her. I just mean it's such a departure from her
Yeah.
other looks. It's very timeless and classy in a
hmm
beautiful color.
hmm I
10.
could not agree more. Yeah, this is like a 10 for me. And especially because she's getting hate online. And I
Yeah.
thought like we were done with talking about Black women's hair in these
Yeah.
ways that we're
Why are we
seeing.
not?
Yeah, so
That's so
let's be
ridiculous.
done. She looks incredible. So yeah, 10 for me.
All right. Devon Sawa. Is that how you say it?
I think so. Didn't expect him to be in the
No. Our
mix.
90s heartthrob brought back his signature hair for Vera Bradley commercial. It seems like
What a,
disjointed.
yeah, I
I
was gonna
don't
say, what a
know.
bunch of words you're saying at me right
Ooh.
now.
This is prime. This is like
Yeah.
solid
Nostalgia
mid
marketing.
90s, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he rocked that sort of flowy,
Yeah.
I think mostly though he was like middle part. He had the hair that I wish that I had in the
Oh,
night. Oh yeah. Because again,
really?
I didn't
You
have
didn't
a whole
like the
lot of hair.
curls?
No. Who I
Mm.
it's always like grass is greener on the other side. But
Oh,
like
for
it
sure.
was there were so many little, blondish, brondy,
Beboppers,
yeah, with like
literally.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Demons, like all with their like bowl cuts in the, and it was never gonna happen with my hair.
Oh, this is a bowl cut. You're right. I haven't even said that word in a
Yeah,
long
just
time.
like boop, 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 boop.
Stick straight bowl cut.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Blonde. We got it. Like, hey, he could be like on the cover of Bop magazine. Did you get Bop magazine?
No, I only saw it in
Oh,
like the dentist or the
oh, I did.
orthodontist,
I got
Tiger
it.
Beat and Bop and all of those.
Alongside the Delia's catalog.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's bring back the better time. Let's
I
bring
mean,
it
that's
back.
what this is looking like. This is
Yeah,
sort of giving that era,
with the
which is
flannel tied around the waist too. I mean,
yeah,
that was signature. Like everyone had to have that.
yeah. So, but I mean, this is obviously a wig. So
What,
how
you
do we?
think so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Look at that
I
hairline. That's not a,
ew. Okay.
yeah, no, this is not. And like, I'm getting at what I'm getting at, which is this is like a 5 for me. It's like
Okay, yeah,
we're almost
it's
there for effort, but like we needed to blend this wig. There's too much hair on his head,
okay.
for it to be
Yeah, it's a chop.
convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
fine.
is, yeah,
I'll give it a
but
five
like,
too. I'm there. It's like
look at us today. This is a first. I think everybody can attest to it. We don't often agree on all of it, and here we have.
we're just feeling each other today, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Mm-hmm. All
Same
right.
vibes. Okay. As always, we have this week's top stories that you need to know about. And one that caught my eye, and for a lot of different reasons. One, it was on delish.com and it was I tried 4 beauty products from food brands and I've never felt more like a snack. And what we're seeing is food companies are partnering with beauty and wellness brands to have like
Mm-hmm.
limited edition collabs like Chipotle with Wonder Skin, Laneige with Baskin Robbins, and I just wanted to know what you think about it because I mean you like a limited edition little something something. You're the target for this.
I am, but I don't know about the food. So, I mean, and on the heels of this,
Hmm.
today is a big, well, when we are recording this, because by the time it comes out next week, it's not going to be new news. But as of today, Rare Beauty and Tahin's collab just dropped. And that one makes a little bit more sense, like
It
Latina
does.
owned
Yeah.
brand, classic Latino spice. Like, but I mean, like Chipotle and Lip Wonder? Like, does
Ugh.
does
I
that
mean,
make sense? So yeah, I struggle with that. If it's like an authentic thing, I'm down to clown. Like let's get it. Let's have some fun. But like Laneige and Baskin Robbins, like prestige
I don't
beauty
know. I want my
and
just
like
my
chain ice cream, like
no.
I don't that
Like
mm,
maybe with Jenny's, like
right.
Jenny's and
Yes.
Laneige,
Yes. Like
but
that would make sense. So yeah, I think if you lose me with the initial collab partner, then
mhm.
I'm lost altogether. But then more than that, I don't love mixing my food and my beauty. Like it
I
has
don't
to
either.
really make sense.
I mean, it's like it's so synthetic. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So if we're like pumping a chipotle smell into my
Yes. Right.
Wonder Skin,
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I don't either. One in this list from Delish that kind of makes sense is Can and Canopy. Um,
Yeah,
insofar as Can is, like a THC,
yeah, that makes sense.
CBD, yeah, but still.
I think the one that I think is kind of like, what is Oddfellows Ice Cream is releasing a breast milk ice cream in partnership with Frida, the parenting brand. How?
I heard about this. I just
I don't where do I have so many questions. Like so many questions.
so
I don't even think this is legal.
well, it can't be real. It's not real breast milk, right? So then it's like, how do you determine what breast milk
Oh my
tastes
God.
like? And doesn't it vary from person to person?
Oh dear
Doesn't
God.
it?
I
Doesn't it?
can't.
I'm asking. I like
I think it does with yes, person to person, and like you're not supposed to eat like spicy foods because that like
right.
blah blah. I don't
Yeah.
like. I'm
So
uncomfortable. I'm
yeah.
completely uncomfortable.
If you, we're gonna include this link in the show notes. If you've tried
Ugh.
any of these or the Rare Beauty Tahini collab, I want to know. Let
Yeah.
us know how
Ugh.
you feel about these things. The chicken soup cough drops is being referenced here. Like, get out
I
of
mean
here.
that one
Just
I could get behind that one.
would you want you would
Yeah,
want
I
to
can. I can because it's like, you know what? It's just like soup broth and let's just say we
but
froze it or we
but
whatevered it.
if it were that maybe I could but
What if
it's
it's
like
nice
some
bone broth in a cough drop? I mean, we're getting two two
two
uses.
birds one stone. All right,
Okay,
that one
fine. Okay,
you
fine.
got one over on that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Uh
Uh, the next one is a little more serious from Newsweek. And there's a map that shows states where people spend the most money on their hair. And you're never, ever going to guess the top one. It's Arkansas.
yeah.
And
Wild.
there's not a big variance between like the percentages. It goes Arkansas, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, we've got California at number 9 and Texas
Hmm.
at 8. Texas
Hmm.
should be up there at 1.
I
I
mean,
don't know. It's interesting, right?
it makes you wonder about like service providers, if there are just not
Yeah,
as many
fair.
pros in this state, and therefore they are in a position of being able to charge more. Because sort of scarcity mindset,
Yeah.
like geographical constraints. Like I don't know about the topography of Arkansas. Maybe I just yeah, this surprised me. I got to be honest. I was not
Yeah.
seeing this one coming. Um,
Yeah. I mean, it surprised me so much that I had to check the source and I was
yeah,
like, "Oh, this
that's
is
Newsweek.
yeah, it's Newsweek and then we're not just throwing it out there to see if it sticks. I mean, there's some integrity behind
Yeah, and
those."
it's coming from Wallet Hub.
Right.
I mean, like,
Intensive
yeah,
study.
all of this is checking out in terms of the methodology.
Indeed.
But yeah, I mean, there's an example here from Florida so in the study it says that Arkansas was ranked 10th most expensive state for men's haircuts and 24 most expensive for women's hair care. But it has the
Wow.
third lowest median household income.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, again, that
That
cost
makes sense.
going,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
But in Florida, they reference one barbershop haircut and one hair salon visit cost an average of $97.66,
Wow. Okay.
which works out to 1.63% of the median monthly household income. I feel like if we're, is that a combined average?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
I feel like the hair salon visit should probably make more of what that averages out to be. Can you
Oh,
imagine a 97?
mine's
I was gonna say,
high.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Real
That's what
high.
because I feel like a barber shop visit is like, I mean, I spend 50. I feel
Yeah.
like that is not,
And you don't have a lot going on. I
no,
mean, you
no.
just don't.
Yeah,
That's a pretty easy cut, isn't
yeah,
it? Yours
yeah.
is.
I think so.
I
Well,
think so too.
anyway,
What
I
do I
did.
know?
Yeah, well, but what did we know? We had no idea that Arkansas would be the one. So, I mean, did you all think that this? I mean, we'll have to link to this one too, because this one was surprising.
Yeah.
See where your state ranks.
All right, let's do it. This week we're talking with Necia Boston. She's the founder of B.A.B.S, Blessed and Anointed Beauty Services, cool name, a beauty bar and brand offering an array of allergen-free beauty products, services, as well as online and traveling learning opportunities for makeup enthusiasts. We get into all of it. Make sure you subscribe, rate and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
But before we get there, let's talk Tease Beauty News. These are the stories that are on our site, which you should be visiting if you're not already visiting. And I hope you are if you're listening to this podcast. First up, we've got Chris McMillan's namesake hair care brand is here. Chris McMillan, the legendary hairstylist behind the Rachel and the CLB and some of the most iconic hairstyles in pop culture, finally has his own hair care brand. Backed by over 4 decades behind the chair, in the salon, and on set, the new namesake line reflects McMillan's take on styling. Classic high performance products that work no matter the hair type. After decades of helping people to elevate to the best version of themselves, one question always came up from his clients: how do I get this look at home? For consumers, styling often feels too complicated or intimidating, even for people who love hair. This brand and the products that Macmillan's got are the answer. Built for both everyday consumers and professionals, each formula is rooted in performance but designed to be simple and results driven. Quote, I hope my products are the solution to everyone having a good hair day because everyone deserves good hair. End quote, says Macmillan. Head to thetease.com to learn more about the line. So, Kelly, we talked
Yeah,
about this. There is a tight edit. We don't have a million products, but we do
right.
have the ones that Chris says that we need. So, of this assortment, what is most calling your attention? What do you think that you would
Yeah.
maybe consider adding to cart?
Well, it's interesting because I was actually messaging somebody on Instagram this morning. It was Claire who designed our
Hmm.
printed by the
Hmm.
tees,
Hmm.
very talented. And she put in her stories like Chris McMillan, like this is absolutely amazing. My hair has been frizz free for 2 solid weeks. And I was like, seriously? Because it's been so humid here for the last, I don't know, month in,
Hmm.
I guess it was in Minneapolis for you too.
It was.
So I am really interested in the glassy smooth blow dry spray. And then I also love a texture spray, but I'm also on the hunt for like a signature hairspray. And the major hairspray I've got to believe is great. I mean, I love my Kenra 25.
Hmm.
But I'm turning a new chap. I'm just turning a it's a new
You're
chapter.
open to experiment.
And
I
so I'm
mean,
gonna try them. I'm
yeah,
trying them.
I was gonna say I'm aware of the same situation, and whenever it's one of our friends that we know does not tell lies, that's saying that this is worth
Oh,
trying.
Claire is a like product aficionado.
Yeah, she's
I
not
buy
gonna.
everything she says is good, basically.
Yeah. And so maybe this. No, we are so excited about this. Yeah, head over to tees.com to see more about this.
All right. Next up, Andrew Glass shares why it was time to rebrand. Meet NGS Beauty, clean skincare and hair care brand, non gender specific, just revamped the brand's name to NSG Beauty. The industry is constantly changing, and rebrands are almost a must for a brand's lifeline. However, NGS Beauty has only been in the market for 7 years. So, out of curiosity, the Tease asked its founder, Andrew Glass, why now and why more? NSG Beauty is a genderless, botanical rich, science backed skincare brand that made its first foray into hair care in July 2024. The brand has always proudly created gender neutral products for all consumers because literally skin is skin. Glass told the Tease back then. Head to thetease.com to read the full article. Jeff, what was your biggest takeaway from this interview?
Look, I can appreciate that brands need to do what they need to do in order to stay afloat in this climate.
Yeah.
I find that it's a little bit suspect that you come to market with a brand that is non-gender specific and then collapse it into initials like a year after launch.
Mm.
But I mean, I guess given the sort of climate that we're, I
Oh,
don't, I
wow.
just, I think it's curious, is all.
What does NGS mean, right? And I
Well,
think the sticking point was it is like non-gender specific.
and that was not a good thing.
Blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't
Hot
know that
take.
I'm not, yeah. It's
Really
my
feeling that.
personal
Yeah.
reading into this. So go to the article, see what the founder has to say. Thanks so much to our contributors and our editors for this week's beauty news, and don't forget to check out more stories like these on thetease.com.
Now stay tuned for my interview with Necia Boston. Necia Boston is the founder of B.A.A.B.S, Blessed and Anointed Beauty Services, a beauty bar and brand offering an array of allergen-free beauty products, services, as well as online and traveling learning opportunities for our beloved makeup enthusiasts. Due to her own super sensitivity to topical products, Necia knew there had to be other women with the same needs. Her products stay true to her vision of providing top quality ingredients without the unnecessary additives that often cause reactions, and customers have access to full ingredient lists when needed. Born into a military family, she got to see the world early on while growing up in Florida, Japan, and North Carolina. She earned her BS in psychology from East Carolina University and her esthetician's license from the Aveda Institute. She is also a certified lash extension specialist and has obtained her natural hair care license. Necia has worked with some amazing companies, brands, and individuals to offer makeup services and contribute makeup expertise. The Beauty Bar location opened in 2012 in Greenville, North Carolina, and with a new space, the brand and services offered evolved to fit the needs of the clients they served. In the future, Babs wants to become the go to for all beauty needs for those with skin concerns and the underserved populations in the cosmetic industry. Here we are, Necia. So excited. I heard from a little birdie that this might be your first podcast.
It is. It's my first podcast. I'm excited, nervous, excited.
I love it. Well, we won't be too hard on you. We promise to just have a nice little convo about your history. Now, let's get into it. Tell me about how you got into the beauty industry.
Yes, very interesting. It's funny because my mom was just like, I would never imagine that you would do this. You were a tomboy, literally, literally a tomboy. And I'll tell folks I fell into this because I was allergic to everything. I
Oh.
was literally allergic to everything. My friends call me the bubble child because I should be in a bubble. And I got into Mary Kay, my nail tech.
Okay.
She did Mary Kay, and after about 2 years, I finally let her do a makeover, and the guy I was dating at the time liked it, and so I was like, "Okay, let me keep this up. Let me keep this up." And so over a course of some months, I actually found out that I was allergic to some of the products, the ingredients in the
Ooh.
products. So through my own research, I figured out that I was actually allergic to the preservatives.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so I went around and I was trying different brands, and I would read the packaging and I'm like, okay, I can wear this. And then I would wear it and my mouth would swell up like Hitch.
Oh, that is an image you can't get out of your mind from that movie.
Right. My mouth would literally swell up like Hitch. That's my allergic reaction.
Woo.
And I'm like, I read the packaging. I was fine, right? That's
Yeah.
when I discovered that they don't have to list all the ingredients. So
Yeah.
even like under a certain percentage, they don't have to list it, but I was allergic to it. So that prompted me to start my own cosmetic line where I would
Okay.
know what the ingredients were.
Okay.
So I started off with lip products and it grew, and then I was doing makeup. And my mommy said, you need to find a space to be. You can't keep going to people's houses and they come into your house. So that's how Bab's Beauty Bar started,
Oh
out
my
of
gosh.
necessity for me. And then my mom said, you need a building, you need a place.
Yeah.
So now we are here 12 years later.
Woo! I love it. I love a good story that just, has so much intention out the gate. And you're right, it is so interesting. I don't know if all consumers really understand that from a packaging and description perspective that you don't, some manufacturers from a transparency perspective don't have to put all the ingredients in.
Right.
Seems
Right.
crazy, right? You're like
Especially here.
possibly ingesting it, putting it on your skin, but yet, boop, there's something in there. We
Absolutely.
got to do better. We're striving, and people like you are helping us. Are there any brands or companies that you worked with early on or to kind of prepare you for this role and founding your own company?
Great question. So I definitely work with a lot of independent brands
Okay.
and other, salon and spa owners. And then I think it was just a lot of experience. So I've kind of,
Okay.
again, became known as like she's allergic to everything, right? And so just being able to have those type of people seek me out who have sensitive skin and, people who know exactly what they're allergic to. I think just those experience kind of help shaped like how we want to do things, right?
Okay.
So for me, I worked at a very popular cosmetic store,
Okay.
and I worked here in our community when they first opened. So I helped open the
Ah,
store, right?
okay.
Help open the store. And I remember a year later, I went in a drawer. I went in a drawer, I opened the drawer, and I looked in the drawer, and the drawer was the same as it was when the store opened 365 days ago. So those were
Hmm.
all the same products still sitting in the drawer, the exact
Mm,
same way that I arranged it in the
okay.
drawer, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself like, when I open my place, I don't want to sell my consumers products that have literally been sitting in a
Yeah.
drawer for a year because the amount of preservatives, and even though we know
Ah,
once you open it, that's when it starts to
mhm,
expire, the expiration countdown, it was still for me like that's something I don't want to do. I want to offer like fresh products
okay.
to my clients and my consumers. So I think, like I said, just those experiences um really shaped me into
Yeah.
wanting to make sure that here at the beauty bar we kind of do it a little differently.
I love that. Speaking of shaping you, I know that you were raised in a military family. Seeing the world as you grew up, any cultural experiences or different cultures shape your knowledge of the work that you do today?
Absolutely. Yep, military household. My mother was a teacher, my father
Okay.
was a Marine. And so yeah, definitely traveling exposed me and traveling internationally, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exposed me to being able to pull from different cultures, number one. And then going to aesthetic school, looking at like the different products that we can use on our skin. It was kind of
Mhm.
like pull from here, pull from Japan,
Yeah.
you can pull from all these different cultures to figure out exactly what is going to work. And just understanding that everybody's skin is different, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's skin is different, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Exactly.
That's the part that I like to add. And that's okay. So one thing I might, suggest as an esthetician to my African American clients, I don't necessarily suggest the same thing for my Caucasian clients, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So just being able to be diverse and understanding that differences are okay is something that I think definitely shaped how we kind of manage here at the beauty bar.
I love that. So we've talked about cosmetics, but also in your bio, you've worked with natural hair. Talk to me about that.
So again, a necessity for me.
Okay.
I
Girl in the
figured
bubble?
out, yeah, I figured out that my allergic reactions were more intense when I was getting chemicals put on my hair.
Sure.
So I stopped doing that and I stopped having these hitch allergic reactions. And so I wanted to learn more about that and the correlation with, of course, using
Yeah.
chemicals because it absorbs in our skin through our scalp. So I
Mhm.
wanted to learn more about that. So I went back and did some more studying with natural hair. And
Okay.
again, even though I'm an esthetician, still being able to talk to my clients about those types of issues or concerns just kind of aided in what we offer here at the beauty bar as well.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we know like your interest in how you started the brand, but tell us what B.A.B.S stands for. B.A.A.B.S.
Okay. So I love it, but I'm also a little embarrassed about this sometimes.
Okay, no, own it. I don't think you need to be embarrassed. Let's hear it.
Okay, so thinking of a name, I don't want to name it after myself,
Yeah.
right? One of my favorite movies is Baps with Halle
Yep.
Berry.
Yes,
Most people
indeed.
like get it now. So yeah, so that was Black American Princesses, but
Love.
I say I was given Blessed and Anointed Beauty Services.
Oh, okay. I
Blessed and
like that.
Anointed Beauty Services.
That's special. I love it.
Thank you.
Tell me about the products and services that you provide for your clients.
Absolutely. So, of course, we have products that are geared towards sensitive skin.
Okay.
Our cosmetic line, B.A.B.S Beauty, it started out with lipsticks, lip glosses, and then over the years, it has transformed into a full cosmetic line.
Okay.
So, what do we have? We have lipsticks, lip glosses, concealers, foundations, BB creams,
Okay.
everything.
Everything.
Everything, everything, all the accessories, sponges, brushes, setting sprays. So we have a full cosmetic line that's geared towards sensitive skin. And then we also have the service aspect. So we do, I think everything except for hair and nails. So we're a
Okay.
spa. So we do facials, body facials, full body waxing. We also do yoni steams.
Okay.
So we are definitely all about the
I love that.
well-rounded client. So we hit them everywhere.
I love it. Okay. On top of selling products, you also have services like online and traveling and learning opportunities for makeup enthusiasts. What sparked that sort of add on to the business? What has that been like training others?
Got you. So the training others part was something that was laid on my heart a little
Mm,
bit before COVID, the COVID
okay.
era, right?
Yeah.
That's how
Ugh.
we base everything now,
It is.
pre-COVID. And so it was something that was like, okay, I've gotten to a certain point where I can't raise my prices anymore. I'm
Sure.
maxed out in my area. And as far as the retail side goes, clients are going to come every 3 months or, however often they
Mm,
come to purchase the retail that we offer in the store. So, what else can we offer? Like, how else can we be a support?
okay.
B.A.B.S is really a brand that's about the woman that's beginning
Okay.
her makeup journey and
Love
the
that.
woman that needs something quick. So we don't do 800 steps when we teach,
Okay.
right? Our clients are young professionals. Often they have children, they have families, so they're like they have to get out the door and go.
Yep.
So we wanted to be able to offer that instead of them having to come in like for makeup services, like being
Yeah.
able to offer them when you're traveling for business, you can do this yourself also. So
Okay.
that was something that was it was number one, an add-on for our clients to make sure we can service them whether they're with us or not. But then
Yeah.
also it was something for our revenues
Yeah.
because it's an extra, right? We can
Yep.
teach the consumers and then as well as teaching other beauty professionals. So again, a passion of mine has become teaching other beauty professionals how to have longevity in
Okay.
the industry,
I love it.
teaching them how to have that longevity because let's face it, you're only going to make it so far behind the chair.
Yeah.
And I just turned 42 a week or two ago.
Happy
And
birthday.
thank you. I feel it. I'm starting to feel it. My body is feeling it. So
Sure.
being able to transition from being behind the chair, or in my case, the table, the bed, because I'm
Yeah.
a esthetician. So being
Mhm.
able to transition from that into more of a teaching role has been a goal of mine that we are working on for the past couple of years.
Smart. It's smart. Let's dive into the product formulas. How did you go about developing these formulas for allergen-free products?
Right. So some of our products are custom formulated that we work
Okay.
with a chemist, and then some of our products are private or white labeled. So
Okay.
in the beginning, I didn't know anything about chemists. I can hire
Yeah.
a chemist.
It's a
Me?
journey.
Right. Like little old me, I can hire a chemist. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna want to work with me. So we went the private label route, but we
Okay.
specifically seeked out private label companies that cared about the ingredients.
Yeah.
So because I know I'm allergic to preservatives, I seeked out products that did not have preservatives or they had a preservative that was safer than the alternative.
Okay.
So private label, white label, and then we do have some custom formulated formulas as well that we work with a chemist on.
Got it. Any challenges that you faced during this? I mean, to share a whole host of them, right?
Okay, where do I begin? Um, Definitely challenges as far as finding those private label
Yeah.
companies, finding a chemist that number one knew what they were doing, they were affordable,
Yeah.
right? I am a small business, so we
Mhm.
wanted to make sure, especially back then, wanted to make sure that it was something that was in reach and that it was not a starter project and have to stop it, right? So
Yeah,
just being
for
able to
sure.
have that access was definitely a challenge going forward. I think now more so than ever, it's the supply chain issues that a lot of
Yeah.
companies are
Yeah.
facing, big and small. It's the supply chain issues. A lot of things are changing right now, especially in retail. So those have been the challenges that we've been trying to overcome.
Understood. When you finally found that perfect solution for your first product, how did you feel?
Oh goodness, that was amazing. That was like, yes, we
Did
have
it.
a winner. We have a winner. And it's funny because I'm like, dang, I think I'm a hoarder because even with like all the samples and the test runs and the
Yeah.
packaging, I have like a counter that's just full of the transition from start to beginning.
Oh, wow.
Didn't work, that didn't work. And I'm like, why do you have that?
We wanna see the journey in real life, right?
Absolutely.
Are there any ingredients that you found to be, particularly irritating or on the flip side, not irritating that a lot of your products contain, like, X type of product in it? Or ingredient, I should say?
I wouldn't say that there was any particular ingredient. Of
Okay.
course, we do know that there are specifically with preservatives because that's like the big
Okay.
challenge in all types of products. Because companies want to make it shelf safe. They want to be
Yeah.
able to have something
Right.
sitting on the shelf for a long time and it be okay. I
Yep.
think that it's a matter of everybody is different, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I
That's
get a
fair.
lot of I get a lot of clients that are like, "Oh, is it hypoallergenic?" everything right
Well,
now is hyperallergenic.
yeah.
You know what I'm about to say.
Yes, I do.
Everything is hyperallergenic, but it doesn't mean you're not going to have a reaction to it.
Right, fair. That's fair. Okay, I'm listening to this and I'm like, shoot, I need to try other products, but I'm hesitant. Like, where do you start with your products if they want to kind of dip their toe in the water and purchase some
Okay.
things?
So, okay. I always say the gateway drug in cosmetics is lippies.
Yeah, that's
Add a
fair.
little color to your life. I literally started out like a tomboy. All I was doing was maybe a clear gloss and a brown liner. What's that? The 90s aesthetic.
Love. Yeah.
I started out like that, and then it just started to grow. And I noticed that with my clients also. They would come in like, "Oh, I just want to do a little something." And
Something.
then by the end of the year, they're full
Yeah.
glam, lashes and everything. So I always say start simply, especially if you're new into cosmetics and makeup, start with a new gloss or new lipstick,
Yeah.
add a liner, and then just slowly start building. I actually never suggest just diving in because it gets
Yeah.
overwhelming. Even
Hmm.
for me, sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna do a BB cream today.
Yeah. Just keep it simple. It depends on the day, the mood, the look, right?
Right, absolutely.
Talk to me about your physical location in Greenville, North Carolina. When did it open? Are there more locations in the works?
Right, right. So we are, like you said, in Greenville, North Carolina, and this is our 12th year in business.
Wow,
So this is our 12th
congrats.
year in business, and this is our third space. So
Okay.
right now we do have the one space. I am working on possibly another
Ooh,
location.
okay.
It's a matter of, I think we have such a close like family environment here. It's
Hmm.
a matter of finding the right people that will be
Yeah.
able to, for lack of better words, duplicate that at another location.
Yeah.
But without me being there.
Yeah. That's the trick.
That's the
Scalability,
goal.
right? Yeah.
That's the goal. So here we have three makeup stations. We have two aesthetic rooms
Okay.
for the aesthetic services. We also have a hair room. Right now we don't have a hairstylist, but we have a hair room
Okay.
as well as the V-steam room that we offer those services as well. So like I said, we're a full service spa,
Yeah.
except for the nails and the hair at the moment.
Okay. I love it. All right. What brands or events have you worked with now as a founder yourself?
We've done quite a bit actually.
Okay.
It's one of those, it's hard to talk about yourself. So,
Do
yes.
it.
So, we've worked with International Natural Hair Meetup Day. That was a natural hair event that was literally international. So, there
Okay.
were 20 to 50 events going on the same
Oh,
day in different cities, states, and countries that was
cool.
geared towards natural hair. And that was an event by Pamela Booker. And so that was one of the catapults in
Hmm.
growing our brand. We got known very well in the natural hair community from doing that event for several years. So
Cool.
that was very exciting to work with them. We also had an opportunity to work with Macy's. So the product line was in the market at Macy's in Atlanta. So we were
Okay.
there for a season, and that was a interesting experience. But I think it's also, like you said, experiences that shape where you want your
For sure.
business to go or to
Yeah.
not go. I think that when we were in the mall setting with the product line, I really didn't enjoy it because the
Yeah.
interaction, it was like being able to interact with the people. It wasn't something that we were available to do, that we were able to do.
Sure.
So, but it was definitely a good experience to actually be able to work with them.
Great. All right. Where can people find your products? If they're like, I gotta try it out. I'm gonna start with the lippy. I'm gonna do it. Where can they find you on socials, on .com?
Yes, we're everywhere at Babs Beauty. So B.A.A.B.S Beauty. So
Okay.
www.babsbeauty.com. All social media is Babs Beauty.
Love it. All right. What does the future hold for Babs Beauty? What does it look like to you?
The future for Babs is another location,
Okay.
definitely another location. I think that we want to continue growing the product line and just
Okay.
being able to reach more women or consumers with the product line because, it's not a one-stop shop, right? A
Okay.
lot of times I think consumers feel like if it's not this, then it's not necessarily going to perform the same way. But we get a
Okay.
lot of folks that come in and they're like, oh my goodness, this works better than blah, blah, blah. This matches my skin better than some of these other brands that I've
There you
used.
go.
Where have you been? Like, we've been here.
You're here, not going anywhere.
Right. Absolutely.
Congratulations on your success and just taking that leap, right? I mean, that having kind of that power within you to say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this for myself. And there's many people out there suffering from
Mm,
these types of allergic reactions. So congratulations on all of your success.
thank you. Thank you.
All right. If you're ready for it, we got a little section called the Tease Quick Takes where I'm just going to fire some questions at you.
Oh, goodness.
You ready?
I am.
Okay. What is the craziest styling request you've ever received from a client? Like they come in, they're like, I need X. Craziest.
Mm, this one, I don't know if it's the, okay, I'm gonna just say it. So when I first opened, I had a young lady that would come frequently and get eyelash application.
Okay.
And so because I'm allergic to everything, I'm very cautious about being safe,
Oh,
being
mhm.
careful, doing things, you know, if you're not if your skin's not in a good condition for a service, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So
Totally
this
get it.
young
Yep.
lady came in and literally I could see where she had taken off her last set of
Mm,
lashes from somewhere else
yep.
and the skin was raw.
Oh, Lord.
It was like red, raw,
Mm,
irritated. And she was like, "Can you put some more on?"
mm-mm.
And I
Nope.
was like, I
No.
think we need to take a break. Like this
Yeah.
skin is I think you
Yikes.
actually might need to go to the doctor." And she
Ooh,
was like, "Well,
yikes.
just put them up there because it's the weekend." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I cannot do that." Well, the other
No.
place I would have went to, they would put them on. And I said, "Well, you're
That's
gonna
why we
have to
got
go
here.
there." Right.
Yeah. That's why
And
we're
that's how
here.
we got here. That's why we're here. I think that was one of the craziest requests that I've gotten is where I'm like, this could really like you could be blind.
Right. Right.
You could be
Absolutely.
you could be blind.
Whew, gotta be careful with that. Okay, what
Absolutely.
is you're in the zone, you're planning the next location, your next product. What is your go-to song or playlist or podcast to listen to when you're like in the zone?
I'm either listening to trap music or gospel.
Okay, I like it. Those are two ends.
2 ends.
That's awesome. All right, what bucket list item do you most want to check off next?
Oh, goodness. Bucket list, is that business or personal?
Either.
Okay. Okay. I'll say business-wise, I definitely want to double down on my coaching with other beauty brands and
Okay.
beauty industry service providers because again, during COVID, people fell off, businesses were closing, and
Yeah.
there's another way outside of just providing services. So I want to be
Okay.
able to help, I'm gonna say 100 beauty service
Yeah.
providers.
Put it out there.
That's my goal,
Mhm.
100 beauty
All
service
right.
providers with that. And then personally, I want to go back to Japan as an adult. I lived there for
Uh,
4 years as a child, and so I'm like, "I've got to get
yeah,
back. I've got to
I
get back."
love it.
So that's
Love
my
Japan.
bucket list.
All right, I like it. What current social media trend do you just not understand or it needs to go away? Like, nope. Had enough.
Posting before afters of Brazilian waxes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
over it.
That's probably a lot. All right, last one. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Unlimited supply.
Yeah.
Pineapples.
Oh, pineapple. Oh,
I
okay.
love pineapples, and it's one fruit I'm not allergic to.
Oh, there you go. I love it. Thank you so much. This has been so fun. Again, congratulations on all of your success. Wishing you so much more in the future and lucky to those 100 professionals you get to train coming up. We're putting
Yes,
it out there.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, Jeff. Nisha is a hustler, right? That's what we learned. And I love that she like was searching for something for herself and like this was born out of a need for herself. I think
Mhm,
that's when the best products really come to life. Not just beauty, not just makeup, but a solution. Like you're reinventing a category
mhm.
because you needed to disrupt it. And I love those stories. All right. Be sure to hit subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up's Tease Media Production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Arbach is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to our creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the graphics and videos for this episode.